Hello, I'm Kayla.
And I'm still Dwayne.
Welcome back to our channel, Lightfoot House Rules. Just a quick reminder that our Facebook page is live. Make sure you are following us over there. You can find us at Lightfoot House Rules. We hope you enjoyed our first video.
And this is going to be the second part where we got some of the topics from you guys on our Facebook page. We're going to dive into some of the conversation right after the come on, which I'm going to insert right now. So, Kayla, they wanted to know about an embarrassing moment that you had.
So, one time in sixth grade, I tripped up our basement stairs.
You tripped up. Why is that embarrassing?
Well,
Because most people trip down. You tripped up.
Yes, I tripped up the stairs because, well, my mom was calling me, so I was trying to hurry up and get up the stairs, but I literally tripped up the stairs and like I banged my toe so hard that it like started bleeding, it got infected. I ended up I ended up having to get surgery because I got an infection in my bone and I missed like 2 months of school.
So basically, it's your mom's fault.
Yeah, because if she wouldn't have been calling me, I wouldn't have been running upstairs.
Just do like your kids do. Take your time when you get called by your parents. So mine, I don't know. Mine, I've had several embarrassing moments. There was a time that I got caught swimming in the recycling bin. There was a time where my friend's dad convinced me to ride this pirate boat ride at the Kingdom by telling me that the back didn't go as high as the front, and I didn't realize that it was a pendulum, and they went the same. There's also the fact that my dad won't accept my friend request on Facebook. But probably what's the most embarrassing moment that I had, it's not really embarrassing to me as much as it was to you and the boys. But it was the time when the family tried to bring 15 people in and cut in front of us at Disney World to go meet Mickey on our very first visit. So basically, we were standing in line to meet the talking Mickey Mouse at Magic Kingdom, and there was a parade going on outside. And I understand sometimes you end up holding line for people when they go to the bathroom, but so this family, two families in front of us, had their family outside watching the parade. So when the parade ended, you see a big rush of people coming in to get in line behind everybody, and then they all came and got in front of us. So I told the guy, I was like, they're all cutting. This is not fair. We're all here to meet Mickey.
Wait. That's not what you said.
I just said it a lot louder.
You yelled.
Yeah, I said, "Excuse me, I have a problem," because it's Disney. Everybody's supposed to be happy. But I mean, they all came in and tried to say they weren't together, and they all had matching family shirts, and they were speaking to each other in their native language. But I mean, ultimately, we ended up getting free fast passes out of it, and we got to meet Mickey, and so did the family behind us. So I was trying to get a refund for our full ticket, but that wouldn't work.
Yeah, that was not gonna happen.
I kind of got to the point where I was scaring the boys in their faces, but I did get to the manager's manager. So I was trying to go up as far as I could. My goal was I was going to go till I got to either Mickey or Walt himself that day. So that's probably.
Yeah.
But as I said, I am my mother's child. That is what she would do.
Embarrassing.
I wasn't embarrassed.
It was embarrassing for the rest of us.
Not for me.
So, what's your memorable holiday story?
Well, my holiday story is not really as memorable for me as I would love it to be forgotten by everybody. But there was a year in the early 90s where my dad's from Washington, D.C., and my buddy Mike and I had, both our parents were Washington Redskins fans, and we wanted a Washington Redskins football uniform and helmet for Christmas. So my dad, being the prankster that he is, I did my Christmas list and everything. I was good all year, so when I got to mail my letter off, I knew I was getting it. We get up, we go downstairs, and my sister and I were down there first. We're sitting there going through, opening the boxes we got and everything, and she's looking at it, looking at all of her stuff, and she's just happy and grinning. And I get through everything, and there's no more boxes in front of the tree, and I still don't have my jersey. And I just start crying, and this whole time, my parents are sitting there taking pictures of this. So there's picture documentation of this. So it goes on for several minutes, and I'm just sitting there crying. They're like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "I didn't get my uniform. I really wanted it. Mike got his." And my dad starts laughing, and I'm like, "It's not funny." And then he goes behind the tree, and he pulls the box out that had my uniform in it. So he then shows, like, "Look, it was behind the tree the whole time. You just missed it." Like it was my fault. And then the next picture I remember is just seeing me cheesing and smiling with my uniform on, and then I had called Mike. So
Big helmet.
my big helmet, yeah. So what about you? What's a memorable holiday story you had?
So my story is not really about me. It's about my brothers. And so we used to go to Disney around Christmas, not on Christmas, but it was always, I remember it was always cold when we went. It was winter. And
It was cold in Florida?
no, it was cold in Illinois.
Yeah, that's year round though.
Anyways,
It's cold right now, and it's August.
no, it's not. They have summer.
Summer of the times.
Oh my gosh. So we were going to Disney, and I was really excited. Like, I was hyped. I was so happy that we were going to Disney. And my brother, Jason, he was scared. He was terrified of the plane ride. And he starts getting mad at me because, our parents tell us we're going to Disney. I'm excited. I'm jumping up and down, hooting, hollering. And he's just sitting over in the corner, sad, crying, because he's literally terrified of getting on a plane. Like, he was so scared. He actually broke out in hives because he was just so scared of getting on the plane. So come to find out, like, he actually thought the plane, instead of like the gradual takeoff, he thought it like went straight up and then came straight down.
Like a space shuttle.
I mean, I guess I don't know why he thought that, but I mean, like, when we were little, we didn't have the internet, so you couldn't like Google it and look up plane takeoff to see that it wasn't really like that. But that's why he was so mad at me. I remember being excited, and he's like, "Kayla, we're going to Disney because you want to go. We gotta fly." I'm like, "Dude, we're going to Disney World. Why are you mad?"
Go meet the famous mouse.
Right, we're going to Disney. I was happy. What kid is not going to be happy about going to Disney World?
Just wait.
Well, yeah. So the next story is when the first time that we went and we took Sean with us. He was like, I think 2, and when we were going to meet Mickey, he takes off running in the other direction.
Scared
like,
of Mickey.
Scared of Mickey Mouse. He's like, he's bigger than he was on TV.
But the
I'm
TV
like,
wasn't but
he's
this
like
big.
2 inches tall on TV, and he's huge. So, I mean, to a 2-year-old, I mean, I guess that makes sense. But
Yeah.
he took off, and my dad had to take off running after him. He was gone, like full speed. And me, just excited to be at Disney. Kind of like now.
So this one's kind of funny because I watched the boys play and they got toys all over the house, and I honestly don't know what's their favorite toy, but what was one of your favorite toys you had growing up?
So, one of our favorite things to do, like me and my brothers, because we were literally always together. One of our favorite things to do was ride our big wheels.
I was always too big for big wheels. Seriously.
That's unfortunate.
It's sad, isn't it?
It's
Sorry, go
sad. Because we loved riding our big wheels, because our grandma, their house had like this long hill. So we would start up at the garage, and then we would ride down the driveway, and it was gradual. And then once you got past the door, it was steeper. So when you got to that part, you had to cut the wheel just right so that you would go just through the edge of the grass and then get onto the sidewalk to keep going.
So your big wheel was your favorite toy?
Big wheels were our favorites. And another funny story is actually some kids in the neighborhood stole our big wheels one time. And so, and I don't even remember like where we were or what we were doing, but I remember like we were doing something and we heard the sound of big wheels. Cause like it sounds different than like when you're riding a bike, you can't hear that. But when you're riding the big wheel, you hear that sound. So we hear the sound of like our big wheels. So we run outside and we're looking up and down the street, and we look far down the road and we see these kids on our big wheels. So Jason turns around, he's like, "Big Daddy, get the gun." Because that's what we call our grandpa, Big Daddy. And then we take off running after these kids. So it's me and him, we are running down the street. These kids, they start to ride the big wheels away. But I mean, I guess they were just like slow. Because we were running, and eventually they got up and ran away and left our big wheels there. So that's how we actually got them back, because we literally chased them down.
I was glad you didn't say Jason broke out into hives again. My favorite toy, I don't know, I really didn't have, so I guess I didn't really have anything I would say favorite, because all we did was we played basketball. We were outside playing basketball, kickball, whatever. But the story that my dad loves to tell is the day I got, BJ's little brother put a hole in my parents' wall with his head, and I ran away from home, and I went and got my little suitcase that said "Going to Grandma's," and it had a little boy with his luggage in his hand. I packed my suitcase full of books. and I left home. Yeah.
Where did you go?
I don't remember, but I ended up coming back. I think I probably got hungry or something and came home. So there's some fast food on the counter. But, yes, I didn't really have any favorite toys, but that was what I valued the most to take with me when I ran away. So I guess that was my favorite.
Your books.
My books.
So, do you have any good sibling rivalry stories?
I really don't. Telma and I were about 6 years apart, so we didn't really interact with each other much, unless you're talking about trying to get on the phone or maybe using the bathroom or something. But for the most part, you know, I was outside playing basketball. She was gone with her friends or something like that. With Mike and all the fellas that we grew up kind of like family, we really got along. We didn't really fight or anything like that. So I don't really have anything. I mean, I was the good person that everybody liked. We were friends and liked each other and loved each other. You?
Me and my brothers were always fighting. Always. I remember one time, I don't even remember what he did, but he was probably just picking at me all day long, and I got mad and I picked up a bat and I chased Jason. I just remember running down the street.
Where were the parents of these kids?
Like, I had the bat over my head. I'm like screaming at the top of my lungs, chasing him.
Like you saw back in the cartoon. Y'all watch too much TV. That's like a cartoon.
Well, I mean, I probably would have hit him if I'd have caught him too.
I guess we're all thankful for Tyler and Kendall, because it sounds like if you'd have caught him, probably wouldn't have a nephew or a niece.
Probably not.
I'm sure you did. What'd you do to Sean? I'm sure you did something to him.
Well, there was one time he fell down the stairs.
Well, okay.
On his own.
So the family is somewhat coordinated, because you fell up the stairs, but he fell down the stairs, which is what most normal people do. Most normal coordinated people.
I'm coordinated.
I think you forgot the word "un" before that. Uncoordinated.
I mean, you know, whatever.
So, well, how did Sean fall down the stairs?
So we were fighting in the hallway. So we're fighting, and I pushed him, and he like bounced off the wall and fell down the stairs.
Full blown push. Wow.
All the stairs. He ended up at the bottom of the stairs, and I remember just standing at the top and being like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna get in so much trouble."
Now, were you worried about being in trouble because Sean fell down the stairs, or because all the teddy bears that are on the stairs fell down the stairs with him? Well, that wraps up the second part of the conversation we have about our childhoods and everything. I hope you guys enjoyed it, learned a lot about us, from the kind of people that we were growing up to the adults that we've turned into now. I want to let you guys know the website is coming. LightfootHouseRules.com will be up. The next videos we're going to shoot is going to be the Lightfoot Olympics. So get your pom-poms out, cheer for your favorite family member, and we'll see who takes home the gold.
Team Kayla.